folks. Welcome to Heart of the Home in Homer, Alaska. Boy, do I feel fortunate. I came to Alaska. I was a little bit concerned because I didn't know many people up here, but I found a Virginia girl. Miss Karen Zach, our host and our guest, is here, and with your southern accent that I love it. Now, do you get teased a lot here?
I do, but if I hang around you all too much,
you'll really get teased.
Right, when I go back to work next week,
that's right.
I'll get teased.
That's right, because you'll be saying y'all a lot more.
That's right, a lot more.
Now, where are you from in Virginia?
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay, and how long have you been here?
9 years. In July.
And you love it.
I love it.
You're like me. You could be an Alaska ambassador.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
That's right. You are, and I could be. That's right. Now you do conventions. Is that what you do?
Yes, I'm a professional meeting event planner.
Okay, and you say "Welcome to Alaska" quite often, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we love it here, and you know we've been staying here for years, and every time I come, I learn something new. I learned today or last night that the salmon, they're going to be gone soon, you know, and that'll be the end of it. And then you'll go to, what will you do? There'll be no salmon fishing. Will people quit coming?
We halibut fish all year.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and now we're going to do tonight a southern recipe. Sweet potato cobbler.
Oh, boy.
Do you like sweet potatoes?
I love sweet potatoes.
Now, this is kind of not quite the sweet potato season, but November, sweet potatoes and Thanksgiving always go together. So have you ever made a sweet potato cobbler?
No, I haven't.
Well, this is the simplest of all.
Oh,
and we're going to use, let me have that bottle.
Great.
This is Savannah cinnamon, and I actually brought you some of this. This is almond mix, and we're going to add a little bit of that to our sweet potatoes.
Oh, great.
And my crust is the easiest thing ever. It's butter, sugar, and flour. And that's it. That's it. And there is no other liquid. And the only problem with this, when I give people recipes, they'll add milk to it. There's no milk in it. You know, it's just butter and sugar and cinnamon. So you and I are going to do this. We're going to have to let the potatoes cook a few minutes. Okay. So we're going to talk about local art. Right. And the local art here is so simple because all you have to do is look out the window. And fireweed. Now, when do the fireweed bloom?
Fireweed come in middle of July.
Okay.
To August.
And who's the lady? Do we know these people who do this photography?
Oh, let's see. This is Mary Freesh and Tom Colby.
Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? Now, we went to a little studio, Fireweed Studio, down, is it Fireweed Gallery?
It's on Fireweed Gallery on Pioneer Avenue.
Yeah, so if you get to come to Homer, this is a trip you'd want to make.
Right, and this is all over. It grows wild, and at the end of the season, it grows from the top down, and when it's gone, when we totally goes away, we say winter is here upon us.
Oh, wow.
So that's what we say.
That's how you gauge what's happening. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's getting close because coming down through the Kenai, we saw very little of this.
Yes, it's
very little of it. So, and now the eagles. This particular photographer had some unbelievable. We took some good pictures of eagles yesterday, but I don't think ours compare to his.
No, this is down on the Homer Spit.
That's right.
And at the Homer Spit, the eagles. We have a lady called the Eagle Lady. And in the wintertime, she feeds the eagles the scraps from the fish processing plants.
Wow.
And they're just hundreds. They're everywhere. They're here now. Of course, they fish. There's plentiful fish right now. But in the summertime, you can go right down to the spit. And this is a picture of the Homer Spit. It's a 4-mile peninsula that goes out into the Ketchumuk Bay. And she's located down here. And that's where all the fish processing plants are, and the boat docks. And
this is my favorite place.
Oh, yes.
This is a place I could just sit forever. And from your cabin next door, this is, you know, I can sit and see that. And that is an awesome view.
Yeah, and then this is just what you would see if you were down at the Homer.
Oh my gosh, look at the eagles. That is gorgeous. Wow. Yeah. And now, are they no longer endangered?
I'm not sure if they're off endangered lists, but I understand they're no longer endangered.
Wow, that's just unbelievable. Yes. And they are huge. I mean, people don't, until you're 25 yards from one, you don't realize they're huge and they're massive.
And the wingspans are just like
absolutely.
feet long.
Now, this is my favorite. I bought this to go in my dining room.
Okay, great.
And everybody who's ever been to my house knows my colors are orange. I have an orange Christmas tree. So this sunset is perfect for that.
Oh, wonderful.
And you told me this is a winter sunset,
This is a winter sunset.
Right.
It's gorgeous. We have no sunsets in the summertime. So we really miss the sunsets because it's 24 hours of daylight in
That's
July.
right. Well, this is my goal, is to come here in the winter. I've never been here in the winter.
beautiful.
But I'm gonna come, but meanwhile, this is going in my dining room.
Oh, good, that'd be wonderful.
I love it, and you
Great.
know, when I get home, it'll almost be time to start decorating, and I do. I have a Christmas tree with orange colors on it because it was done around my grandmother's jewel tea dishes, and they have orange in them. So that's perfect. When I walked in the gallery and I saw it, I said,
You have to
oh.
put that on your website. I've never seen an orange
Oh
Christmas
yeah,
tree.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It has antique jewel tea dishes on it, and then orange flowers. It's beautiful. So I have 11 trees in my house. And I really look forward to the holidays. And so this is kind of my gift to everybody. If you can't go to Alaska, we want to share this trip with you. And if you decide you want to come to Homer, you can call Karen and Brian Zach.
Right,
And you can set them up, can't you?
Right, Alaska Venture Cabins
That's right.
here in Homer.
That's right.
We have lots of fun stuff.
And we're in the bear cabin.
We're in the Bear's Den. and
Bear's
this
Den,
is
brand
a
new.
Timber frame lodge.
Uh-huh.
We have a ship. It's a shrimp boat.
Right.
It's a Gulf shrimper. We turn that into a cabin. It's 75 feet long. And then we
Uh-huh.
have a rail car, Alaska rail car.
Right.
And then a log home.
That's cute. Now, in the summer when we were here earlier, my son stayed in the rail car. He liked that. Guys, we want you to come to Homer, and if you do get a chance, plan a trip with your family. Now, when Karen and I come back, I'm gonna teach her to make my simple sweet potato cobbler using the Savannah cinnamon almond mix, sweet potatoes that we brought from Georgia. Actually, Gail Ray packed these in her suitcase.
Oh, boy.
And we thought if we go through customs, they're gonna think we are totally crazy. But we brought these, and butter, you know, I always use butter, sugar and flour. So guys, when we come back, we're gonna put together the easiest sweet potato cobbler in the world. Hang around, we'll be right back now.
Great.
Hi folks, welcome back to Heart of the Home. My guest, Karen Zach, is learning to make a sweet potato cobbler, right?
Yes, I am.
Right. Now we did sweet potatoes that you helped cut, butter, brown sugar, white sugar, and to this we're gonna add some almond mix from Savannah Cinnamon. This company's in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, good.
And when you run out, I'll continue to send me some of this. Now this adds a little flavor. And we're putting about half a cup. Just a little hint of almond and a sugar base.
Right.
So great company, great folks. Now, these are almost done. You want to turn them off?
Sure.
And we're going to put our sweet potatoes in the pan, and then I'm going to show you the world's easiest crust. It is awesome. It is awesome. Now, let's see if we can pour the potatoes now. Step back, I don't want to burn you.
Okay.
Woo! Woo! Boy, they smell great. Wow. Does that look like that's enough for about 10 of us?
I think so.
I think so. Now, we're going to make a crust.
Okay.
Now, let me show you the trick. We've taken 2½ sticks of butter, and we're going to add sugar. And Karen, honey, I don't measure. So it's hard to teach you to cook. But you see how you look at that? Now, we're going to put just about the same amount of flour. And we're using self-rising flour. And this is the kicker. The crust is a little bit sweet, a little bit crunchy. The only ingredients are butter, sugar, and flour. Always butter, and don't try to fake it. No margarine, you know, use butter, use butter. If you don't use butter, my Aunt Tempy will come back to haunt this beautiful cabin. And this is the kind of thing, it's a great, easy dessert. We do it with peaches. Tomorrow we're going to do a peach one. Now see that?
Yeah.
That's just about the right consistency. I'm going to add just a little bit more flour and a little tiny bit more sugar. And this recipe, I can't tell you how many hundreds of these I've made. I owned a restaurant in the South called the Iron Skillet. So when you showed up with the Iron Skillets, that was pretty appropriate. That was pretty appropriate.
Mix something in it.
I loved having a restaurant. I used to make 880 biscuits a day. I don't want to do that anymore, though. As I get older, that does not sound desirable.
Well, they were excellent for breakfast this morning.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Okay, now see this? That's about the right consistency. Now, you just...
Lump it on there.
That's it. Okay, there you go. Work.
Excellent.
Work. My mom learned at 72 to do the computer, and she was so proud of herself.
But I go home probably every 4 months.
Do you?
Bring my laptop so we can go on the computer when I get home.
And you were a Virginia girl who became an Alaska girl, and you've
That's
done that
right.
very well, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You love this place.
Yes, I have. We have, I say they're just like Southerners that live here.
Yes,
so
yes.
Southern hospitality
That's
in
right.
Alaska.
That's exactly right. And I think
Yeah.
that's what attracted my husband to Alaska.
Yeah.
He loved just the fellowship and the people. He said it was awesome. He said it's like visiting Alabama. Somebody stops and helps you and talks to you.
Yeah, you still do. So
He
I think
loved
that's
it,
what
yeah.
everybody's a friend and
Right.
everybody will talk to you.
The only thing I have found that really is strange here, there aren't many beauty shops, and the few that are here are very busy. I needed a beautician yesterday, and I couldn't find one.
We have natural beauty.
Oh, yes, that's right. Well, my beautician, when she sees this, is going to be like, your hair is a little flat.
Well, it has been raining, so.
Yeah, I couldn't find a beautician yesterday, so.
But we're in a small town, so.
Right,
There's only
right.
7,000 people here.
That's what I was going to ask you. What's the population?
About
7,000?
7,000.
Okay.
Year round, and then we have, there's more in the surrounding areas that come into town, in the outside areas, but if
And
you
see,
go to the
where
big
we
ci-
live, it's like 30,000, and to us, that's just so crowded, because we used to be very small. We've grown a bunch.
Well,
We've
that's-
grown a bunch.
If you go to the big city, which is in Anchorage, that's 260,000.
Wow.
Then we have like 100 beauty shops. So,
And you actually live in Anchorage during the week and then come down here on the weekends?
weekends,
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
What a life. Man, that's tough, isn't it?
yeah, it's fun.
Tough life.
Now, how am I doing here?
You're doing great.
So just make it totally covered.
Well, just finish this amount. We'll
Okay.
finish that size. This is the size I take to, if we have family reunions at church or homecoming at church. This is the size I take. And
Okay.
it feeds about 30 people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it'll feed about 30 people. So
Wow.
there are only 10 of us here, so does that mean you have to go out and get some neighbors?
I do. I have some.
Okay, good. Good.
We have people in the cabins.
Right, well, that's what I was going to tell you. The last time we were here, Brian came up and got peach cobbler and took it to some of your workers.
Oh,
So,
okay.
And they loved it.
Yes, I
They
think
loved it.
My friends are here. Actually, they're staying on the ship, the
Oh,
Double Eagle.
good. Well, we need to invite them up. Now, the potatoes aren't too sweet. We didn't over-sweeten them. They just had the sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, and butter. And then, of course, the Savannah cinnamon that added that little almond kick.
I can't wait to taste that.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
And you're leaving the rest of it, right?
Just put all that in there, and wow.
Yep. Okay.
There you go. Now, we're going to ask for some help because this cobbler's a little bit heavy.
Okay.
So, we brought the strongest, best-looking man from Georgia.
Does he need to use these?
No, he doesn't need that for now. Okay, Jerry, would you please just
Yum,
put that in the
yum.
oven for us? And now you're going bear hunting tomorrow, so you can practice lifting this for when you're going to lift that big bear and bring it out of the woods, right?
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now, while the cobbler cooks, we're going to take a little bit of break, and then when we come back, Karen and I are going to talk to you a little bit more. She's going to share some more of Alaska with you, and she's going to
Great,
give you some
thank you.
hints if you're traveling here,
Thank you.
the things you need to know and the things you don't need to know, because every trip I learn a little something. And you are the Tourism Committee of Alaska, aren't you?
The Visitors Bureau.
That's right, and with a great Southern attitude.
Great.
So it's so neat because that welcome smile, and it's a warm and welcome feeling to arrive here. And when we leave and go back home, we're planning, when's our next trip to Homer? So it's great that y'all have made this such a wonderful place. And when you read the guest books, you see that people come here from everywhere, don't they?
All over the world.
And return again, yeah.
They'll do the whole entire state of Alaska, and then they'll come back and spend the whole time in Homer.
That's right. See, that's what we did. We have done that too. We have done that too. And now we just settled into Homer. So we do love this. Now, guys, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, Karen and I are going to talk some more. And shortly, we're going to share a great sweet potato cobbler with 30 of our closest friends. Hang around. We'll be right back. folks, Karen and I are back, and I've introduced you to the South,
Yes.
Mayfield milk and sweet tea, and a sweet potato cobbler that's in the oven. Now, I'm making dumplings, and I took self-rising flour, Crisco, and my Mayfield milk, and I worked my I worked my dough up, and I'm going to drop this. I made, see these little balls? I'm going to take that in half, and we're going to drop it into hot broth. And this is kind of like making biscuits. This is how I make biscuits. You see my hands? Now, my grannies wouldn't have that on there. My grannies would have been clean. And she's probably wondering why I can't get my hands clean. But, and this, let me tell you the trick to this, honey. You don't ever stir your dumplings because they fall apart. So you just drop them, and if you need to move them around, you shake it. So in this iron skillet you got me, this pot is perfect. It's a Dutch oven, isn't it?
Yes.
That was perfect, and that was in your bargain find today, wasn't it?
I can't believe I found this in Homer.
No, I couldn't either. Because, honey, I've been looking for a black shirt in Homer, and I can't find one. So the shopping is few and far between here, isn't it?
You have to go to the big cities of Dotton.
Right, or unless you're looking for artsy things. And we found some great artsy things here. You know, I bought myself a beautiful heart necklace, and it's kind of my gift from my husband. I think that's going to be special. I collected hearts, and he always bought me hearts. So I think that's going to be a good idea. This has been a trip that's been about my heart. He brought me here. He loved this place, and I fell in love with it. I guess because I fell in love with him, too. So it's been a special time.
Now, you're going to put all that in there?
I am, honey. I am. Wow. See, little, and then they puff up. See, they're puffing up? And then we will, after they've cooked for a few minutes, then we're going to add the chicken to it. And then we will just let it simmer slowly, and by the time these are done, so will the cobbler be. Now, what's going to be the really good part of this that's healthy for us? Is any part of this healthy?
The chicken.
The chicken.
Broth.
Maybe Brian could bring us some sliced tomatoes out of the greenhouse. That would be good.
Great.
That would be good.
Now, how does the top get done?
You'll shake it. You'll shake it, yeah. It'll cook a little bit, and then you just start shaking it a little bit. I taught a fireman in Atlanta to do this, and he said he couldn't figure out, his dumplings always fell apart. And once I showed him that you don't stir them, you shake them, he learned quickly. And he cooks for the firehouse for about 25 guys. So, and you know, speaking of Georgia, we've got to say hello to the folks back at the Blue Star grocery store because I ran by and got Mayfield milk, and my little bag boy, Caleb, bless his heart, wanted to come with us. He said he'd do anything to get to come to Alaska. And I told him, save your money, son, book yourself a ticket and go up and spend a summer working here. So a lot of people do that, don't they? A lot of people come here and never leave.
We have a lot of students that come here in the summertime and they fish, and, or they work in the fish processing plants.
Right.
Or they help us with the tourism.
Oh, yeah.
Because we swell to over 1 million people in the summertime,
Wow.
and we have to have people to help us with all the bear viewing and the sightseeing and the fishing
Right.
and all the
Now,
activities.
Karen, look, the
Yes.
clouds are going away.
I know, it's
The
beautiful.
sun's coming out. We've had some rain, we've had some clouds, and now it's beautiful again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we're going to let these dumplings cook a little bit and stir, and then we are going to get out the cobbler. Now, see how that's working, and they're just rising a little bit? And then after they cook for a few minutes, we're going to add the chicken to it. So let's just, what is that? A watched pot never boils? It's boiling pretty good, and we're watching it pretty close. Let's see what they do.
Okay.
Well, Karen, what do you think about this?
I can't wait to eat this.
Smells good. The cobbler smells good.
Oh, boy.
Now we're going to add our chicken. We're going to continue simmering this for a few minutes. You had a little bit of sweet tea during our break, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. Louisiana sweet tea. Now, you told me you had a friend you were in New Orleans a while back, and you had to take them to look for Blue Plate mayonnaise,
Yes, I
didn't
did.
you? Yeah, that's the thing about the South. You know, I brought you some Blue Plate to leave here with
Oh,
you.
good.
I did. I did.
Yes, she knew about Blue Plate. And
Honey,
she was determined to have it.
Yes, Louisiana tea and Blue Plate.
Yeah.
So I did. I brought you 2 quarts of Blue Plate to leave here. And we're going to make a salmon salad with it one day for lunch. It's just really rich and good. Of course, lots of Southern foods are rich and good.
Well, I'm going to hide them from Brian.
Uh-oh.
Because he doesn't know any better.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's right.
Well, now this is going to simmer quickly, and that is going to make our meal. And on a cool, rainy day, we've had a cool, rainy day. This is going to be really good, isn't it?
Yes. Now the sunshine's coming out. It'll still be good.
That's right. And Jerry's going to get our cobbler out of the oven. Let's step back so we don't get burned because that bad boy is hot. Woo, that looks good. Oh, Jerry. Woo, that does look so good. All that brown sugar and sweet potatoes. What you think, Jerry?
Oh, my goodness.
What you think? Thanks, Jerry. We could never have lifted that. Wow. Wow. Does that
some
look
ice
good?
cream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We need ice cream. Do we have any ice cream?
We ate a lot of it last night, so.
Oh, we did. Maybe there's a little bit left. Now, you've learned 2 of my simplest recipes. You can do this,
I can do that.
and you're going to make a whale in your flour.
That's right.
Right, not a whale, but a whale.
Whale.
Okay. And you know how to do this with
Yes, I
potato,
do.
and that was the simplest of all because it's butter, flour, and sugar. So I taught you a couple of simple things, and you've taught me a little bit about a simple lifestyle that I think I would love. I think Alaska's lifestyle would be perfect for anyone who wants to get laid back, enjoy what God has provided for us, and it is so beautiful. And I hope that we'll get some shots of the outdoors of your cabins because this is awesome. This is
Great.
awesome. And the mountains have cleared. And now we see a volcano, don't we? What's the name of the volcano?
We have Augustine, and it's an active volcano.
That's right. That's
Iliamna.
right. And guys, we hope you get to see this shot because we can see that from this window, can't
Yes.
we? It is gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining us in Alaska. Check out Alaska, guys. This has been so much fun. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi folks, it's been great having you into my house. I love you visiting and I love coming into your home. And one of my favorite things to share with you is gospel music. You know I love gospel music. I promote gospel music and I welcome you now to sit back, relax, and listen to one of my favorite groups. I think you're going to like this. Stay tuned now.
Well, I wanna tell the world that I'm on my way to be no sorrow on that day. No, there will never be a night. No, there will be but joy in that land. I get happy. I wanna sing and shout. I get happy. I wanna walk about. I get happy, and I wanna tell the whole wide world about Him. I get happy. I want to praise His name, I get happy. Let hallelujahs ring, I get happy, and I want to tell the whole wide world about Him. Well, I want to tell the world that I'm on my way to be no sorrow on that day. No, there will never be a night. No, there will be but joy in that land. I get happy, I want to kneel and pray, I get happy. I know I'm on my way, I get happy, and I want to tell the whole wide world about Him. I get happy, I want to see His face, I get happy. I want to run the race, I get happy, and I want to tell the whole wide world about Him. Well, I want to tell the world that I'm on my way to be no sorrow on that day. No, there will never be a night. No, there will be but joy in that land. Tell the world I'm on my way to be no sorrow on that day. No, there will never be a night. No, there will be but joy in that land. Joy in that land. Joy in that land. Tell the world that I'm on my way to be no sorrow.